Hello, everybody. Tonight, today is Sunday morning, around 3 o'clock now. I'm cleaning my place after the party from last night, and actually, today's job is quite big because normally here weekend, especially Saturday night, is the most busy day, and fortunately, my business seems okay. So much garbage came out. Actually, you may see me poor old man, right? But I think I'm the one of the luckiest. I can still run business, still quite stable compared to other players out there, right? Most of them, their business sucks these days, completely sucks because things are so bad. People, I mean, these days, basically, no one wants to dine out. Their income decreased a lot and feeling insecure, so they don't want to spend any money. So the number of dining out also become less and less every day. But still, my place is compared to other players out there still stable. I cannot say my customer number of my customer increased, but still consistent. Not so much decrease, or although it's not increased, but still keep almost same level. Because I do things alone and then I reduce my cost a lot. So normally this work, this kind of work, this size, my business size, at least to minimum level, 3 people have to cover. But I do things alone, so I can keep my cost very low, so I can still survive this all the trouble time. And one really distinguishing factor compared to other players, I optimize every workflow and then process completely based on my own. I can maneuver all this process alone, and then I'm already get used to it so much, so I don't feel pressure, even though I have to do this cleaning thing until the day break. But I'm already get used to this process. Now, in this tough business environment, this way become most competitive and stable way. That's kind of irony, I believe. I fix my business this way, not because of making money, but some weird, stupid thinking hit me hard. And then I just want to torture my stupidity or whatever, arrogance, my attitude about my life, arrogance, stupidity, all this kind of delusional thoughts, right? So I fix all the process here, the way make myself very exhausted physically, and then in somehow now under this kind of business environment, right? It hit home, completely hit home, and then I became the most competitive player in this market, so it's kind of funny. My business is stable. I can plan next year and another year, something like that. In this business environment, if you can plan next year thing, still next year thing, that's already good enough, isn't it? And the most important thing is I don't need to have all the hustle bustle about the relationship, about the pressure from human relationship, right? There are so many unpredictable things could happen in this kind of business environment, right? But I don't have that problem because everything I can handle by myself. So I don't rely on anybody else, only myself. So that thing I don't have to ban myself for the uncertain things, right? And could happen. Here also, even this kind of small business, cafe or restaurant, also there are a lot of conflict between owners and the workers. Also very stressful. I know a lot of people like me, small restaurant owners, having trouble with their employees, right? Something a lot of because of a lot of so stupid reasons, stupid things becomes huge problem, huge conflict. So in that manner, I'm completely free of the worries, that troubles. I didn't foresee the change, but I just want to be alone. I just want to give myself hard time physically and more dedicated only to this work completely. So I don't set up any backup things, at least for this business. So I have to completely of myself. You know, one thing, really funny thing, I am now 55 and I still don't have driver's license. I'll never be behind the wheel myself until now. You know, I don't have driver's license yet. And I'm the only one among my peers, my friends, anybody I know in this age don't have driver's license. It's only me. And you know what? Why I haven't driver's license? Because of my drinking habit. before I was in excessive drinking habit. You know, I was in alcoholism, very serious alcoholism, right? And then it doesn't mean I didn't have own car. When I run my own business, I was very afraid of drunken driving. I knew definitely cannot control myself. I knew myself would try to drive even while I'm drunken. So I was very afraid of that thing. So I decided not to have driver's license. So it went through without driver's license. License. We've been through whole period up to now. And the thing, while I'm running this place, basically I don't need to go out. I cannot be away from this place all the time. I stay here all the time. I don't go out. And like actually to run this kind of business, anyway, you have to go out for shopping, you know, necessities, right? Daily necessity for this business, right? You have to go to some big mart and you have to purchase your own necessity for running this place, right? These days, delivery system is so good. So basically, you don't need to go out for shopping those necessities. You know, you just simply order the supplier to deliver every day. So my big problem, the purchasing things, right? I don't need to worry. So I don't even till now I don't need to drive car. So and then not driving in Korea also save me a lot of money. You know, insurance, all the repairing things, maintaining the car things, right? All the tax, everything. It saved me a lot of cost too. So I mean, some funny way, I completely exempt for that hustles. You don't need to be stressed out from driving in Korea, and then you don't need to worry about any kind of car accident or ticket, whatever it is. And until now, without driving in Korea, running business, to me, it's a no problem at all. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make any difference. And in that way, I'm very fortunate. I think if I had driven cars, I'm already dead, or I might kill somebody else by drunken drive, or I killed myself. And my choice not to have driver's license was, I believe, is kind of pretty wise choice I ever made. I feel pretty funny feeling. I have pretty funny feeling about that things. Myself here, it's not completely 100% upgrade, but my lifestyle, you know, all the time through up to now is, let me say, semi upgrade, at least semi upgrade. I don't have any kind of much contact with outside world, and then I don't go out except some electricity or internet things and official contact with my customer. For my personal life, I'm almost semi off grid, I believe. One thing I feel very sure is my previous experience, overseas experience, travel experience, very different countries, different continents, and very different level of living standard, right? Those countries, all different. I mean, that experience suit my need to go out and travel, that kind of thing. I think I can say I travel everywhere, all over the world, but still, I think I've done enough to for myself to up to the level which I can digest, which I can process, right? So I don't have much regret about seeing different world, all these kind of things, right? If I hadn't I had that experience, now I might have some very strong urge to go out and see something different, world, right? But I believe I've done enough, so I don't have that kind of my own need. Also, I don't have that urge, so it also helped me a lot. Stay stuck here, stay calm, and without feeling like loneliness, all these kind of things, right? Or boredom about my life. That's to me is a very fortunate things. Hello, today some customer had birthday party, and then they hang balloons inside the tent for celebration. And the party is over, so I have to blow that thing out for tomorrow's business. Do you guys feel I'm pathetic here? Do you think so? I think myself, I'm very fortunate, very lucky one. I'm pretty well prepared for the change of for my minor stage of my remainder of my life. Anyway, it's now plausible I can go back to some high tech or some very decent kind of work style, work environment, right? Anyway, for the remainder of my life, I have to live on this stuff anyway. And if I hate this kind of work, I cannot survive, right? And no one will anyway appreciate your experience and knowledge things anymore. That's the what we call the real reality, right? I know that, and then in that point, I'm very well prepared. My mentality, my sentiment, no problem at all. If I feel pleasure out of the shitty work, if I can keep very stable, sound mind about that work, this kind of work, I mean, no problem. I don't now at this age, I don't need to compare myself to anybody else, right? But I just focus on my own feeling. So don't see me a pathetic old man. I'm happy. I'm very grateful what I'm doing now, and I don't have any problem. Keep going with this work for next 10 years, 20 years, no problem at all. And I can still communicate with outside world, global base, through YouTube or this kind of platform anyway.